welcome back to another reading. Today I'm back with another Abhisha reading for you guys. A lot of you guys have been requesting an update on the two of them. So today I'm going to be checking if there's any changes in their current energy since the last reading. It's been a while since the last reading, so let's see what changes are in Abhishek and Manisha's energy. So first I'm going to be starting with Abhishek. Let's see, what is Abhishek's current energy towards Manisha right now? How is he feeling, and what is his current energy towards Manisha right now? Okay, and I'm gonna pick from another deck. I'm gonna just pick them all together, okay? So I can see the full picture. What is Abhishek's current energy towards Manisha? What is Abhishek's current energy towards Manisha? Alright, guys, so when it comes to Abhishek's current energy towards Manisha, I do feel like when it comes to their bond, especially after the step that they did, there was a big sense of energy maybe between of him and Manisha of like, maybe, okay, we should move forward, maybe we can be a bit more confident now and all of that. But I feel like Abhishek is sort of back to the energy again, where maybe he does want to take things a bit step by step. The fears are back. Look at the fears. The fears are a little bit there, okay? And you know, he's back to the old phase of again that maybe we should be in our little zone and not share way too much again, okay? So something changed his point of view. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but there's something that made him feel that way again, okay? Though when it comes to his bond with Manisha, again, I'm picking that their bond is great still, but I feel like Abhishek is definitely focusing on his career again, and then Manisha is also focusing on hers, okay? There is something that Abhishek feels a bit undecisive regarding, so there is something that he does want to move forward towards, but he doesn't know the path, okay? It doesn't mean that he's not gonna share things with you guys again, or him and Manisha are not gonna come out with things again. I still feel like there is a possibility, because I did get project offers of the last few readings. All right, when it comes to Manisha, again, you guys, he does see her as the Empress. He does see her as someone nurturing, someone very caring, and he does feel really comfortable again when he's around her, okay? And I feel like regarding Manisha, there is a sense of him holding something back, okay? I think there is something that he is holding back and trying to keep himself almost composed. All right, so there's definitely like this energy of him like holding himself. There is certain conflicting things that are going on his mind. There is something that he is thinking and that he is going through in his head, but also he's trying to hold himself back of maybe not going to those thoughts again, okay? So I feel like definitely he's trying to hold himself back, and with Manisha, I feel like probably they both are doing their own things right now, but there's also like this sense of communication. So I do feel like they are still connected, okay? But there is like a sense of Abhishek having fears that are almost like resurfacing again. So I'm feeling this is something that he has gone through in the past, of maybe trying to hold himself back or not to go through the same thing again, which I feel like he almost is going through right now. Maybe them coming on social media resurface certain memories, certain things that he held back, and maybe seeing you guys' feedback and things that you guys said brought memories and certain things that he held back again, okay? Yes, they do meet off camera and all that, but I do feel maybe certain things that you guys have said sort of brought certain things that he sort of buried back again, okay? I hope that made sense, okay? So yeah, I feel like he doesn't want to feel the same things again, but almost like he is, okay? So he's feeling a bit confused about himself and sort of trying to hold himself back, okay? So that's for Abhishek. I pulled two decks so I could see the full picture together. Now let's get into Manisha, and I'm gonna do the same thing because it's easier like that. So let's see. For Manisha, what is Manisha's current energy towards Abhishek? What is Manisha's current energy towards Abhishek? Okay, now with another deck. What is Manisha's current energy towards Abhishek? What is Manisha's current energy towards Abhishek? Okay, guys, so Manisha is the opposite of Abhishek. Like, I feel, do you guys remember when I tell you guys in my readings, like, way before that, when Manisha is out of something, Abhishek experiences it. Or when Abhishek experiences something, Manisha experiences right after him. So here, this is what I'm seeing, that Manisha was in the phase that Abhishek is in right now. The phase of, not really wanting things to repeat, not wanting to get into the same emotions, all of that. Manisha is out of that phase, like when they shared things online and all of that, she got into that phase, and then right now she's more relaxed. So they, for some reason, they both like experience things the same time, like right after each other. Like when Manisha's out of that phase, Abhishek is in that phase. Or when Abhishek is in the phase and gets out of it, Manisha then starts experiencing it. That's like a pattern I saw in my readings way back, and now I'm seeing it again. So Manisha also, there was a certain fears that she had, and when they probably share things on social media, she also had certain feelings and certain things resurface, and she was trying to hold herself back, and she built strength regarding that because she doesn't want to get her hopes up or things again. Right. And so I feel like she was a bit pulled side to side, of trying to compose herself, and also there's like the sense of you know being practical with things. Okay. But I feel like right now, she feels a bit more relaxed. She feels like there's like a sense of new beginning. She feels more happy. Especially maybe when talking things out, maybe on social media. I feel like she feels like she can be a bit more open. Like she doesn't have to hide their bond a lot anymore. Like necessarily maybe when she's asked, like she doesn't have to hide that she met Abhishek. Okay, like she can say it a bit normally now. So she feels a bit sense of relief that okay, like at least people know that we recently met, because in the past they used to hide when they meet, or they used to not mention it, but right now like she feels like the world knows that they just met recently. So she feels like she's a bit more open to talk about it, and she feels happy that she can proudly say that she recently met Abhishek. Okay. And something also that I'm picking is that they are still in contact again, but I feel like they both support each other a lot. Like when Abhishek maybe posted something, or when he's doing a project, Manisha watches it, or she does view it. Okay, sometimes she doesn't tell him, and she just watches it like that. So I feel like they both support each other, behind the scenes, and I feel like the same for Abhishek. Like maybe if Manisha has a project or she is doing something, I feel like he watches it and does give her feedback or tell her things behind the scenes. Sometimes he would tell her that okay, I'm watching this thing that you're doing, and sometimes he just watches it. I feel like they both do support each other behind the scenes. Sometimes they do tell each other, and sometimes they do not. Okay. But they sometimes do stalk each other as well at the same time. Okay. Everything that Abhishek posts, Manisha, I feel, is following him and subscribe to him and everything, and she sees anything. And the same for Abhishek. He always is following her social media, okay? Even when they both are not closely in contact, they do definitely keep an eye on each other, okay? So yeah, I do feel like Manisha also is working on something right now. There is a project that she's working on, and you know, one thing's resurfaced online that brought her a lot of memories, and I feel like she still thinks of it. Like that was like sort of like something crazy that they did. Like she was like, wow, we really did that. So I feel like it took her a bit of a time to observe that, okay, we actually came, you know, upfront with our bond on social media again. And so it definitely brought a lot of memories, but she feels happy that they also took that step. Like she feels like they're strong that they took that step, and she feels like, wow, I'm proud of us for doing this. So yeah, I feel like, you know, they're just like moving forward right now, and they definitely still do have the friendship that they have right now. Abhishek, I feel like he does have a bit of a sense of low energy right now when it comes to their bond. There's like certain things that he's confused about, but he's gonna get out of that phase, because I feel like Manisha was in that phase as well, but she got out of it, and now Abhishek is experiencing it, okay? But it's nothing like way too serious for you guys to worry about, okay? It's just, I feel like there's a lot of things going on into his head, okay? Now let's get some oracles and hidden truths for Abhishek and Manisha. Let's see. Anything for Abhishek and Manisha. Anything for Abhishek and Manisha. Blossoming. Action, yes. Well, the void. Okay. So yeah, one of them, like I mentioned, which is Manisha, she feels glad that they took action. She feels happy that things, you know, sort of, they did make a move. Like things did do some growth for them, you know, even when the move that they did, it definitely probably brought Abhishek growth, and it brought Manisha growth in some way, whether it comes to maybe their career or maybe the project that they did. It definitely brought them, you know, some certain growth, or even in their bond, they felt like there is like a sense of a blossoming that happened, you know, because that's like how sort of like their bond started. It started on social media, and so it sort of brought like a certain essence that was there in the past, okay? And with the void, it's definitely Abhishek that's feeling a bit of a void right now. Like I mentioned, he's feeling like a sense of, you know, confusion of, you know, certain things that he's experiencing. And so I feel like he is definitely going to get back to his well, and he's going to feel, you know, more positive as Manisha is. But right now he's in the phase of, you know, reflecting things like, why am I feeling this way again, and all of that, okay? Now let me get into the hidden truth. Let's see. What is Manisha's hidden truth towards Abhishek? I bury myself in work to forget you. Okay, what is Manisha's hidden truth towards Abhishek? Two more. I wonder if you're happy without me. And then one more for Manisha towards Abhishek. One more for Manisha towards Abhishek. One more for Manisha towards Abhishek. I wish I could share my good news with you. Okay. Now for Abhishek, and then I'll go over both of them. What is Abhishek's hidden truth towards Manisha? You don't know how hard it was to let you go. So many things remind me of you, and I'll wait for the sign. Okay, guys, so for Abhishek and Manisha. For Manisha first, I bury myself in work to forget you. I wonder if you're happy without me, and I wish I could share my good news with you. Okay, so with Manisha, I do feel like definitely, like I said, you guys, she doesn't want to build expectations again, and so I feel like a lot of times she does try to distract herself with work, with other things, and a lot of times, you know, she does wonder, you know, if, you know, things went the way that they are, would Abhishek be happy, you know, with things not going as her expectations, you know. She feels like probably he would be happier maybe with not things heading the way that she's expecting, okay? Or she had expectations for. Like, she feels like, okay, we probably are better in our own paths in life, okay? Not, and that we are better off as friends, all right? And I wish I could share my good news with you. I just feel like probably there is something that Manisha does want to share right now with Abhishek. Maybe there's some good news that she would like to share with him, and she would like to tell him sometime soon, okay? So there's something that she does want to share with Abhishek. And with Abhishek, he feels like there was like a hard time when they did not communicate very much, okay? And he felt like that time was hard. And so when it comes to their bond, he doesn't ever want for that time to come back where they would be on bad terms, okay? Like, he likes the way things are now. Like, he likes the bond they have now, and how things are without expectations, and how things are less hectic and all that. He likes the bond being natural, not them having the need to call each other every single day, but when they need each other, he feels like they would find each other. Like, when he calls Manisha, he knows she'll be there, and when Manisha calls him, he knows that he'll be there for her. Like, he doesn't feel like they need to talk with each other every single day or every single week, or they have to force themselves, because that's like what he likes about their bond. And so he feels like he doesn't want anything to move way more forward than it is right now, because he feels like things that can ruin things. And so he was like, I don't want to go through that path again where it was like sort of hard to let you go, because they feel at peace, at least knowing that they are friends and that they are in each other's lives, okay? And so he feels also that there are so many things that remind him of Manisha, and even like, especially after they share things on social media, probably like I mentioned, a lot of memories came back, a lot of things. So right now he's sort of like reminded of things from the past, certain things that he felt in the past, certain things that he was fighting in the past right now are coming back again. And so that's like sort of why he's a bit feeling in a void, a feeling of confusion, like, why am I feeling this right now, okay? And I will wait for a sign from me. Maybe he is waiting for something from Manisha. Maybe there is something that is up to Manisha that he feels like he will wait from a sign from her. Like, maybe if Manisha gave him that sign, they are able to do something. This can be a project or it can be something else, but I feel like he is waiting for Manisha regarding something certain, okay? But yeah, you guys, that's what I'm picking for Abhishek and Manisha. I do feel like there's like a lot of process of things from the past. I feel like Manisha, she went over that. Right now she feels more action, more blossoming, more happy. But Abhishek right now is that, because I feel like them coming back on social media, we surfaced a lot of things in the past, like a lot of emotions, a lot of stress that was there in the past. And yes, probably right now it's been a while since they both came on social media, but I feel like Abhishek, he is in that phase a little bit. He's gonna go out of it, but yeah, I feel like that sort of also made him feel things again, okay? So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and if you guys liked it, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you guys have anything you guys would like to say in the comments, I would like to hear guys' feedback. But other than that, thank you guys so much, and hope we see you guys next time. Bye!